Good morning, my friends. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, April 19th, 2018. It is actually at almost 11 a.m., which is mind-boggling to me. I've been up for a while. I've been up since 9. And for those of you that follow me on Instagram, and I say it once, I say it every time. If you're not, you should be. That's where you see even more day-to-day from me. Weight Watchers related, non-Weight Watchers related. I sit down and chat with you on Insta stories all the time. So you should be following me over there. It is at Diva and the Divine. Super simple, easy to remember. Last night I talked on Instagram about how the night before, which was the night of my last vlog, if that makes sense. So the night that I was supposed to do the sleep study, I slept for crap, like complete and utter total crap. I'm going to sit down because my arm hurts. And I'm sure that it had something to do with the sleep study. Not because the stuff that I showed you was at all complicated or uncomfortable. It wasn't. It was actually pretty great. And it was very non-invasive and it was fine, but no. So I fell asleep at 11:45 and I woke up at 12:15. And then I couldn't fall back asleep. I kid you not, I was tossing and turning and doing everything I could have possibly done. I was doing that breathing technique where it's like in for 4 seconds, hold for 7, out for 8. Like that has helped me fall asleep in the past. I, spent some time with God praying because sometimes when I do that, I find that it lulls me into a sleep. And I did everything. And I got out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning after tossing and turning and tossing and turning. And ultimately, long story short, I slept for crap the other night, Tuesday night. And so last night I took to Instagram to be like, guys, what do I do to make sure that this doesn't happen again? And so many of you, like I kid you not, my phone has never blown up with that many Instagram messages before, answered. And it was glorious and you all had amazing suggestions. So much so that I'm thinking about, as I try different things and experiment myself, I might put together a video about things that will help you sleep, because you guys had some great ideas, some of which I already knew. And like what ultimately ended up happening when I got up at 3 a.m., I still had all the equipment attached to me, but I went and I had my magnesium supplement, the natural calm stuff that I drank the other day. I haven't been drinking that regularly and I really think I need to start again. So I drank that at 3 a.m., poked at my phone for a bit, had a little bit of a snack, and then went back to bed. And finally at 4 o'clock in the morning, I fell asleep for a couple hours. It was stupid. So last night, I was talking to you guys and whatever. I took my magnesium while my husband and I were watching TV, all that jazz. I slept for 9 hours last night. I was dead to the world 9 hours. Beautiful. I didn't even care. I thought I set an alarm. Apparently I didn't. My husband's alarm went off because he went into the office today. And I woke up enough to be like, oh, there's an alarm going off. And then he kissed me as he always does when he leaves. I passed back out till 9 o'clock. I'm okay with it. And then I spent some time with my Gracie, who just apparently wants to cuddle on my lap this morning, which I can't argue with that. Did some reading, did some phone poking, and now I'm getting ready to be a housewife today because I need to clean so very badly. And it's clutter. All it is like clutter, and I need to run the vacuum cleaner, but clutter adds up so fast. So fast, it's making me crazy. Like on here, I have my thing from last night, my cup that had my magnesium in it from last night, the book I was reading this morning, a banana that's been sitting there for a day, Gracie toys, and I never freaking moved my tripod from when I filmed, what day was that? Monday? That Let's Chat video? It's still sitting here from then because apparently I've been too lazy to tidy up the house. So today is housewife day. And at 1 o'clock I have to leave to go to the physical therapist and probably get my legs electrocuted again. No problem. And like I said, I can tell you guys more about that if you actually want to know more about what happens in physical therapy. But yeah, so that's happening, and then I have to do some grocery shopping. It's a day, my friends, it's a day. Last night, I didn't go to choir rehearsal at the Lutheran church. My sister didn't go to choir rehearsal. My mom didn't go to choir rehearsal. It was a weird day for all of us. But my husband took me out to dinner. We just went across the street to a local brewery, but I didn't have to cook. And we both had a burger. Oh, that reminds me. So we both had burgers and it was delightful. And I am positive, I'm mentally prepared, 100% ready to gain weight at the scale tomorrow. Like, I know it's going to happen, which sucks, but at the same time, it is what it is. So I had a very PMS-y beginning of the week where I ate stuff that, like, there was no excuse. It was just me being stupid and self-sabotagey and eating completely unnecessarily and not stopping. So that's on me. Regrets about that, yes, but it's done. You gotta forgive yourself and move on because there's nothing else you can do about it, right? So that happened. Over the weekend, we already talked about what I ate over the weekend, which is fine. Went out to lunch with my family after our drama at church, blah, 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 blah. I'll post the Let's Chat video up here so you know what I'm talking about. And then yesterday, my husband and I went out to dinner because he really wanted a burger, something that would truly satisfy him because he has been having problems feeling hungry all the time, which is a standard Eric problem. And then I've been cold all the time, which is a standard Brianna problem, but I'm like, it's getting ridiculous. So I was like, maybe some iron, just like some flat out like good beef iron will help. So I ate a burger and sweet potato fries last night and feel no regrets. It was delightful. And so I'm positive that no matter how well I behave today, there is going to be a reasonably significant gain on the scale. But I'm also positive that with a week of being on plan, I can get rid of it. So it is what it is, and sometimes you just need to accept it. That's what's going down. I'm gonna take you over to the kitchen now because I wanna show you other things that are going down in terms of what I'm eating. All right, here's the situation. And once again, you can see it's just clutter, 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 which is why I'm cleaning today. Here's breakfast. Breakfast is a yogurt bowl. So I have some strawberries on the bottom, and then I covered it in the Light and Fit Greek cherry. I thought for sure that this was 3 points on Smart Points, but now I'm thinking maybe it was the Yoplait brand that was 3 points, because I stopped buying the cherry one once we started Smart Points because it was 3 points instead of 2. This one still rang up as 2. So this is both 2 Smart Points and 2 points plus. So I put that on there. And then I put just under a serving. Yes, it ended up being 32 grams to be 2 points plus. And the serving is 37 grams, so I needed just under a serving to make it 2 points plus, but I can have over a serving for 2 Smart Points because of the macros, because it's high fiber, super high protein for granola. So I had that for 2 points, I threw that in there, and then I threw 2 points worth, and it's the same in Smart Points and Points Plus. Half a cup of this is 2 points plus and 2 Smart Points. So total, I had to modify the measurements on this ever so slightly. But total, this is 6 points plus 6 Smart Points on Freestyle. I'm also having my second cup of coffee, which has fat-free half and half in it. This is going to put me over in Smart Points. 2 tablespoons of fat-free half and half is 0 points plus, but only 1 tablespoon is 0 Smart Points. So because I had the extra tablespoon, this is now 1 Smart Point and 0 points plus. And then you guys might notice that my water is green, and that is because I occasionally throw in chlorophyll, and it's marketed as an internal deodorant. That's not what I use it for. I heard it on a podcast about all of like the amazing things that chlorophyll does for your body. It has a slightly mint flavor. So basically at the end of the day, what it does is flavor my water a little bit so I'm not just drinking a bunch of boring old water all day, which works great for me. So I threw in 2 capfuls of this. I don't really know if it does anything or not. I don't know if I will repurchase it once I'm done with the bottle, but it's been a fun experiment. So I have chlorophyll happening, and then over here I am brewing what is necessary, which is this. I have 2 packets of this weightless tea by Traditional Medicinals brewing right now, and it is one of my, I've been actually pretty lax about it lately, but I usually do it the day before I weigh in. as close to the morning as possible, and it's supposed to help you with water weight. And so it just kind of helps flush all of that extra junk out of your body, in terms of like maybe you have some water retention from too much salt or from bloating or whatever, and it's supposed to help. Sometimes I think it does, sometimes I think it doesn't, but I love it either way. And again, it is drinking something that is flavored and not just plain water. So I have in my big turvis, I have like 32 ounces of water and 2 of these, and I will drink that throughout the morning and afternoon. So that is what's happening in terms of my food right now. I really need to get going. All right, guys, I'm home. It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm so behind because my physical therapy ran like twice as long as it was supposed to, which is totally fine. I technically have nothing that needs to be, no pressing issues, but I do want to go to the grocery store because my husband was kind enough to actually leave me a grocery list, which he never does, ever. And I found a handwritten grocery list on the counter this morning, which was kind of him saying, you need to go to the store today, this is what I need, which is fine. So I want to go to the store for him and make sure he has what he needs. So that's the only thing I really have to do. And so I'm running a bit behind. So after physical therapy, there was a Trader Joe's right on my way before I hit the highway. And while I was there, it was like 3:30 or something. And I was like, I need to have a little something to eat. I'm going to grab something that I walk by because they have a great selection of like nutrition bars and stuff like that. And I walked by and saw a Perfect bar in the refrigerated section, and I was like, you know, I never had one of these, and it seemed like the perfect time to give this bar a try because this was essentially going to be my lunch for the day. No problem. I made a total, I don't know if you want to call it newbie mistake or just stupid decision of assuming I knew what the points was and purchased it without scanning it. So the Perfect bar, I'd never had them before. It was the dark chocolate chip peanut butter. First, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this rant, so we can fast forward a little bit. But first, I want to tell you that it was really good. It was a good bar, and it tasted like peanut butter chocolate chip cookie dough. Like it was awesome. And I really enjoyed it. It wasn't too sweet, but it gave me that I'm eating a dessert type sensation. So I loved it. I was like, this is great. Now, for whatever reason, I thought in passing on Instagram that similar bars rang in at about 7 smart points. And since generally, this is how, like, I totally just had a complete naive Weight Watcher moment. I knew better. Generally, if something is X in smart points, other than like it being chicken and eggs and whatever, right? But if it's X amount in smart points, it's actually been clocking in at less in points plus. So I had it in my head that this was 7 smart points. I don't know why. So I was like, it might be around 7 points plus as well. After I ate it and enjoyed it and was going to go on Instagram to tell people how much I enjoyed it, I scanned it. And it was 9 points plus. 9. That's over a third. That's about a third of my day. I get 26 in a day. 9 is a third of 27. 9. So then just to make sure that I had, I'm like, well, okay. So sometimes things are higher. No problem. Let me see what it is in points plus. 11 points plus. Freaking. So of course, I was ticked that I ate more than I thought I would and it was all my fault, completely and totally my fault because I didn't scan it first. FML. I was pretty ticked. But the worst part was I really enjoyed it. It was really good. So, I mean, it's worse because I'm like, well, now I want to try the other ones. But knowing they're that many points, no, I don't want to try the other ones. So sad. So anyway, also, in other news, I've made the decision, given this past week, this instance, and the dinner, which is coming, I've made the decision that I am not weighing in tomorrow. I'm just not. I'm taking it as a no weigh-in week because I know I'm going to be up, and probably significantly up because of the week I've had. And that's life, and that's totally fine. But I don't need that negativity in my life. I think I made that excuse for one other weigh-in since I started doing weekly weigh-ins. I said I'm not weighing in because I just don't need that negativity in my life. And I don't want to get on the scale tomorrow and know it's basically going to say, Brianna, you effed up your week. That's what it's going to say. And I already know. I already know that. So I'm not going to weigh in. So there will not be a weekly weigh-in this week because I'm just not going to do it. And I don't need that negativity in my life. We have dinner plans tomorrow with friends, and I just want to be, I want to have a clean slate, wake up and go, it's a fresh day. That's great. And I was gonna, but then the perfect bar thing happened. And then my husband's having a rough time at work, and I'm trying to be a nice supportive wife, right? So basically I told him, I was like, I'm about to go grocery shopping, get what you asked for on the list. Knowing we're going out to dinner tomorrow and I don't have to cook, and he took me out last night so I don't have to cook, or didn't have to cook. I was like, what would you like for dinner? Whatever you want, I will get it, I will cook it, it is your choice. And he's a healthy man, so he picked fish, and we have salmon in our freezer. So we are having a nice, delicious, healthy, but still fatty and points heavy salmon for dinner. And then he wants sweet potatoes, which we also have, and vegetables. Super duper simple, but still something that's going to be, because I'm not following freestyle. If I was on freestyle, this would be fine. But because I'm on points plus, it is not so fine. And the salmon will cost me greatly, so I know I'm gonna be over in points again, especially since that freaking perfect bar took a dent out of my thing. So that's fine. I'm happy to do it, and it's still a healthy meal, and it's what he wants, so it's what he's getting. But while I was at Trader Joe's, I picked up a little something special that I don't know if we'll eat tonight, but I decided to buy him a special dessert. You see this? This is a deep dish chocolate chip cookie found in the freezer section. It's supposed to be the most delicious thing in the world, and a tenth of it is 200 calories. So I'm going to offer this up to him as, hey babe, I got a special dessert. If you're feeling dessert tonight, we can have this nice delicious thing and it'll be great. And if he says, yes, I want it, we'll make it. I will partake with him. It will be glorious, but I shouldn't weigh in tomorrow. So I'm doing life. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing life. So that's the update on my day thus far. And now I need to go grocery shopping and hopefully start dinner before my husband gets home in 2 hours. All right, here is dinner. I cooked the potato in the air fryer. I don't know how that exactly is gonna turn out. Mine was smaller than Eric's. Eric's is not thoroughly cooked yet, right?
Correct.
And his was also in there for like 6 minutes more than mine. So maybe the air fryer is not the way to go with potatoes.
No.
And we also have salmon from Trader Joe's and vegetables on which I sprinkled a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. So you remember that little puppy that I showed you not very long ago? She was about the same height as Gracie. She's not anymore. Ignore tantrum over there. Yeah, I'm talking about you, kid. You. Kid. Gracie, be nice.
They've been working it out themselves all day.
They're trying to figure out their relationship. Look at how big she is compared to Gracie now. It's outrageous. Oh my gosh. Madness. Madness. Rue doesn't care.
Oh, he does. He's just happy that somebody else is here for
to play with Zoe. He is the brunt of Zoe's attacks.
all the time.
Oh, poor
He
Rue.
will ask specifically to stay in the kitchen so that he can be away from Zoe. Going outside is a sad time for Rue. Because Zoe can bite his...
What are you throwing around now, girls? Oh. Something very interesting is about to go down.
Bring that one for Grandma.
Oh, you're gonna do it. My mom is trying very hard to. The trade was successful. Wow.
This is the sign of true grandmotherhood.
Grandma managed to save the big roll of paper towels from that fate.
Victory is mine.
All right. What you got, Alice?
Go tell me.
Hey, tell me. Alice, tell me.
Go get Aunt Bree.
No. Ba 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 ba.
Here. Should I take it?
That is what Alice says, ladies and gentlemen. Mic drop. So I am walking in a 5K on Sunday, this Sunday, April 22nd, and I'm raising money for said cause. This is for the March of Dimes, and I would not be a good person to tell you about it, so I'm going to turn you over to somebody who would be a good person to tell you about it, and that would be my mother. So, without further ado, since things are quiet for a moment, because she's gonna make a mess with that water bottle. Alright, stay tuned for Flood.
Okay.
Mom can tell us about what March of Dimes is. So why am I going to destroy myself walking a 5K on Sunday?
Because you are going to raise money to help support March of Dimes. And March of Dimes has been around for over 70 years. And they actually started by Eleanor Roosevelt collecting dimes to try to help cure polio. And they did it. And then they've done a lot of other things to help make sure that babies are born strong and healthy. And right now, the thing they're working on is to stop babies from being born prematurely. So they're working really hard on research to be able to find the causes of prematurity and stop them. Everything they've gone after, from, you know, putting folic acid in bread to decreasing smoking, everything has been reached. And so this is the next goal that they're doing.
Oh, is that why folic acid's important?
Absolutely, because it prevents neural tube defects or
I know it's
defects
in
the
prenatal
spinal cord.
vitamins.
Yes, and from babies. And that's research from March of Dimes. There are 13 Nobel Prize winners who have done research for March of Dimes over the years.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
She was applauding.
So what we want is healthy babies, like the one that you've been seeing crazy pictures of here. So
This
anybody
maniac.
who can, you know, go on to whatever link Brianna puts on there, and if you can donate a couple of dollars, that's great. And I always appreciate Brianna helping us out by walking. So.
Yeah, buddy. So, all that to zoomed in. All that to say, I'm going to have a link down below to my personal fundraising page. If any of you feel so inclined to donate, that's great. You don't have to. I have a goal of $200, I think was the default, and I said, okay, why not? I'm personally donating $50, and then I have a really sweet college friend who donated $10. Like, she's in college now, not my friend from college, but like she's poor broke college kid, and she donated $10, I think because her brother was affected positively by the March of Dimes organization. I don't know exactly what's wrong with him, but there is something up with him, and I assume it was her brother. She's like, I love that organization. It's so wonderful, and I thought it was so sweet that she donated. So that link will be down below if you're interested. I will be vlogging, I think. If I'm allowed to vlog on Sunday, I will vlog on Sunday, just so you can see. The last time I walked a 5K was that turkey trot. You guys remember that when I vlogged over Thanksgiving? And then I was effectively out of commission for 2 days. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. We will see. But anyway, it's at Arlington Park, Arlington Racetrack. Yes. And I keep wandering off because I'm seeing Zoe has gotten a hold of paper towels.
Oh.
And because Mom was busy talking, she was busy not noticing. So Zoe and Gracie are working really hard at destroying the paper towels that Alice put on the floor. And there's a dog up there who does not like Zoe at all. So, and this is what my poor Roo goes through. My poor Roo!
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to throw you
Poor
back
guy.
into play.
Okay, Alice.
Oh, and it's bedtime, so I'm going to sign off and let her
No,
go
you
to
need
bed.
cup of tea.
Say bye, Alice. Oh, good job.